All right, let's talk about another county today. And because I've been neglecting southeast Kansas, let's talk about Bourbon County, named after Bourbon County, Kentucky. And now we got to figure out why a county in Kansas is named after a place from Kentucky. To the internet. First stop, Kansas State Historical Society, which links out everything, tells you when the county was established, organized, and even gives you its location in the state here in the southeast corner, and tells you it was named after Bourbon County, Kentucky, which we knew, which was the birthplace of Colonel Samuel A. Williams, who was a member of the House of Representatives from Fort Scott in the bogus legislature. I know a website that talks about those guys. Here it is, kansasboguslegislature.org. Again, founded by Charles Clark. If anybody can give me any information or how to contact Charles Clark, that'd be great. I know it has a contact button, but it leads you to a 404 page. So if you know this guy, let me know. Anyways, one of the really cool things about this site is it gives you information about the members, and he also has these things. These are in-text citations or bibliography, and he actually has a bibliography page, which I'm going to go to. So this bibliography page tells you exactly what the name of the title is, production. It's basically set up in the proper format for history, and as a history guy, these things are great for information. Mostly because when you write information on a history paper, you cannot include everything that you find in your source. So sometimes you want to go back to your source. You want your people who are reading your information to go to your source so they can find information that you may have had to leave out that wasn't completely pertinent to what you're talking about, but is going to tell you more about that person. So bibliographies are great. Let's talk about S.A. Williams more. Also, this is not S.A. Williams. That's James Montgomery. Different time for a different day. So, according to this, he lives in Polk County, Missouri, born in Bourbon County, Kentucky, and focus, and he was a squatter who came to Fort Scott in early 1854 and was one of the many Missourians who came over to vote in Kansas. Now, a book by a gentleman by the name of Robley, which was written entirely about Bourbon County, says that he was not a squatter. He was a supporter of squatter rights, but he wasn't a squatter. He came there not just to vote in the bogus elections, but to actually settle in Fort Scott. One of the reasons why he is chosen to be a member of the legislature from that area. When he goes to this bogus legislature, when they're proposing the county names, he wants his county named after Bourbon County, where he comes from. So, S.A. Williams is a pro-slavery individual. How do I know that? Well, he has another source on it. This is one that is available online, but they actually do sell hardcover copies of it, and I'm kind of wanting to pick one up. It's called Admire's Political and Legislative Handbook for Kansas by W.W. Admire. I'm going to have to find out some more about this guy. Anyways, quick Google search on that book pulls up a copy of it. Since the book's out of copyright, this is perfectly legal to do. On that, they talk about how Williams was in favor of slavery. He wanted Kansas to enter the state as a union. Now, in there, they give a lot more. In the book about Bourbon County, they talk about how a lot of the pro-slavery guys weren't there just because they wanted to have slavery. They could never own them. They just wanted the state to enter the union. It also talks about how Williams was a unionist and actually served for 6 months in the state militia, in the Union Army before he passes away.